Good morning. I wanted to go over some of the types of problems that I noticed on the last quiz. Everybody had a problem on the quiz that says, hey, look at this parabola, rewrite it in standard graphing form and give an analysis. And there were several mistakes that were made, and I want to go through them all. So initially, here's a problem I made that's similar to a quiz problem. You're going to notice that we are squaring only the y term, which means it's a horizontally open parabola. Opens horizontally. I'll worry more about how it opens when I'm done writing the equation in standard graphing form. So first I'm going to gather all the y terms on the left and all the x terms and constants on the right and introduce a spot so that I can fulfill this. Now you're probably wondering, how did Mr. Isaac come up with the 36 to add? I took the linear term for y. There's 12 of them. I cut it in half and I squared it. Because if I do that, that's going to give me a complete square on the left, which will be y plus 6 squared. But if I add 36 to the left, I have to add it to the right. Don't forget to combine like terms. That's one mistake I saw, or people added wrong. Now I'm partway there. I have the first part done, but I have to clean up the right hand side. So I'm going to start by taking out 12. I seem to remember that 12 times 5 is 60. So that's the first thing I did. Notice the sign of 12 is positive, so I know the focal distance is a positive distance, and in this case I'll be going right. If it would have been a negative number there, I would like negative 12 or negative 16. When I factored the 4 out, I would have negative 4 or negative 3. That would mean put my pencil on the vertex, and instead of going right, I'm going to go left in this case. So I believe 4 times 3 is 12. So my focal distance is 3. Now I'm not going to memorize the equation. Here's what I'm going to do, and I've already done it. First, I'm going to plot the vertex. My vertex, remember, it's x comma y. Next biggest mistake, people came over here because they were thinking all parabolas are functions and said, oh, it's negative 6 comma 5. No. It's 5 comma negative 6. Then I'm going to draw, since it's a horizontally open parabola, y equals negative 6 is going to be my axis of symmetry. So I plot my vertex, I draw my axis of symmetry. Once I do that, then I put my pencil on my vertex and I go 3 right. And that's going to be my focal point. And I think that 5 plus 3 better be 8. Is that correct? So at 8, negative 6, I have my focal point, because the focal point always lives on the axis of symmetry. And you can see I've done that. Then I go back to my vertex and I go 3 to the left. I put a point on my axis of symmetry. The directrix and the vertex are always perpendicular. I draw my perpendicular line, and x must be 2. Now I've taken care of almost everything. Now looking at my picture, looking at my graph, my sketch, really it's not a graph, it's a sketch because it's only based really on one point. My domain is all real numbers larger than or equal to 5. My range is all reals. I hope this helps.